To the untrained eye, Mrs. Evelyn Vance was a relic. She wore oversized spectacles, knitted cardigans the color of oatmeal, and moved with a careful, deliberate slowness that screamed fragile. When she took over as principal of Lincoln High, a school notorious for chewing up administrators and spitting them out, the betting pool in the teacher's lounge gave her 2 weeks. But the local wolves, they gave her 2 minutes. It was her 3rd morning. The parking lot was empty, save for the mist clinging to the cracked asphalt. As Evelyn stepped out of her sensible sedan, 3 young men peeled off the wall of the gym. They were the neighborhood terrors. Leather jackets, knuckles scarred from weekend brawls, laughing with that predatory confidence that comes from never being told no. They circled her. The leader, a towering boy named Marcus, kicked her briefcase. It skittered across the pavement. "Lost, Grandma?" he sneered, towering over her. "This is a toll road. You gotta pay to walk to that door." Evelyn didn't flinch. She didn't scream. She just stood there, clutching her thermos. To Marcus, her silence looked like fear. He reached out, grabbing the lapel of her cardigan to shove her back. Big mistake. See? Marcus saw an old woman. He didn't see the jagged shrapnel scar hidden beneath her sleeve from a tour in Fallujah. He didn't see the ribbons she'd locked away in a cedar chest, or the 20 years spent as a close-quarters combat instructor for the 101st Airborne. He saw a librarian. He didn't know he was standing in the shadow of a gladiator. The moment his hand touched her, the atmosphere shifted. The air left the parking lot. In one fluid motion, faster than thought, sharper than a razor. Evelyn's hand snapped up. It wasn't a flail, it was kinetic geometry. She trapped his wrist, stepped into his center of gravity, and with a twist that utilized leverage rather than brute strength, she introduced Marcus to the pavement. Thud. Before his 2 friends could even inhale, Evelyn had pivoted. A sweep of the leg, a precise strike to the solar plexus. It wasn't a fight, it was a correction. In 3 seconds, the predators were on the ground, wheezing, clutching their bruised egos, staring up at the grey sky in absolute bewilderment. Evelyn smoothed the front of her cardigan. She adjusted her glasses, which hadn't even slipped down her nose. She bent down, picked up her briefcase, and looked at the boys groaning on the asphalt. Her voice didn't tremble. It was calm, command strip steel. "Gentlemen," she said, her voice dropping an octave into that terrifying drill sergeant calm. "My office has an open-door policy for students who want to learn, but if you ever touch one of my kids or block my door again, class will remain in session. Do we have an understanding?" Marcus, wide-eyed and gasping for air, nodded frantically. "Good," she smiled, sweet as apple pie. "School starts at 8 o'clock. Tuck your shirts in." She walked up the steps, the click-clack of her sensible heels echoing like thunder. She wasn't just an administrator, she was a shepherd. And the wolves? They had just learned that this flock was guarded by a lion. Sometimes the strongest warriors don't wear armor, they wear cardigans, and they are waiting for you to make the first move.
If you enjoyed this video, kindly comment and subscribe for more.